The name itself sends shivers down the spine. Annabelle. Not merely a doll, but an icon of horror, a vessel for something deeply unsettling. In late May 2025, a chilling rumor surfaced. Annabelle, the infamous haunted doll, was missing. This occurred during the 2025 Devils on the Run tour, showcasing haunted artifacts across America. The thought alone was enough to cause widespread alarm. Annabelle was reportedly misplaced in New Orleans, Louisiana after a sold-out event. Imagine the scene. A doll known for its malevolent attachments, suddenly unaccounted for in a city steeped in the supernatural. The online world erupted. Horror aficionados and paranormal enthusiasts were abuzz. Could such a powerful contained object truly break free? Or was it carelessly, dangerously let loose? The question echoed in countless forums and social media posts. Was Annabelle now roaming free? The implications were, for many, too dreadful to fully comprehend. This was not just a story. It felt like an imminent threat. The nature of artifacts like Annabelle is complex. They are believed to be conduits. The idea of her being on the loose was terrifying. It tapped into a primal fear of the unseen. If the stories were true, what could she do? What might she influence? The world held its breath, waiting for news, hoping against hope the rumors were false. The story of Annabelle begins not with overt terror, but with a simple act of kindness. The year was 1970. A Raggedy Ann doll, common in appearance, was given as a gift to a young nursing student named Donna. She lived with a roommate, Angie. The doll was meant to be a charming piece of decor. Little did anyone know what this innocence concealed. At first glance, there was nothing remarkable about Annabelle. She was just a doll. Cloth body, yarn hair, button eyes. The kind found in countless children's bedrooms. There was no immediate sense of foreboding. No hint of the dark legacy that would soon unfold. This mundane beginning makes what followed even more chilling. Donna and Angie initially welcomed the doll. It occupied a chair in their apartment. Life continued as normal. The doll was simply there, a part of the background scenery. Yet, it was an observer. A patient, silent entity biding its time. Then the subtle shifts began. The ordinary started to fray at the edges. An unsettling feeling crept into the apartment. Things were not quite as they should be. The doll, Annabelle, was at the center of this growing unease. It was the dawn of a haunting. A slow, insidious intrusion of the paranormal into the everyday lives of two unsuspecting students. The facade of innocence was beginning to crack, revealing something far more sinister beneath. The first undeniable sign was movement. The doll began to change positions on its own. Donna and Angie would leave it in one room, only to find it later in another. Sometimes the changes were subtle. A leg crossed, an arm shifted. At other times, it was in a completely different location. Confusion turned to disbelief, then to a creeping, undeniable fear.
We decided to test our observations. Perhaps we were mistaken or forgetful. We would deliberately place Annabelle on the sofa, then leave the apartment. Upon returning, the doll would be found elsewhere. Sometimes in my room, often with the door closed. There was no rational explanation, no intruder, no prankster, only the doll, and the growing dread.
Then came the notes. Parchment paper, which neither Donna nor Angie possessed, appeared mysteriously in the apartment. The messages were childlike in their script. They read, "Help us," or sometimes, "Help Lou." Lou was a friend of Donna and Angie. He had expressed a strong dislike and unease around the doll. These messages seemed to target him specifically. The mystery deepened. The fear escalated.
My discomfort around Annabelle was palpable. I warned Donna to get rid of the doll. I believed it was evil. The doll, in turn, seemed to focus its strange energies on me. The notes were one aspect. There was also a heavy, oppressive feeling I experienced near it. The apartment, once a place of study and friendship, was becoming a stage for inexplicable phenomena. The doll was no longer a passive object, it was an active presence.
The paranormal activity soon escalated. It moved beyond subtle movements and cryptic notes. The atmosphere grew heavier, more threatening. A sense of being watched was constant. The playful facade had vanished. The entity connected to the doll was becoming bolder.
The most terrifying incident involved me. I claimed the doll physically assaulted me. One afternoon I heard noises from Donna's room. I felt a presence behind me, then a searing pain across my chest. Several distinct claw-like marks. They were red and bleeding. I knew Annabelle was responsible. There was no one else there.
Lou also reported a terrifying recurring nightmare. Or perhaps it was a waking vision. He would see the doll, its button eyes fixed on him with malevolent intent. He felt himself being choked, paralyzed, unable to move or scream. He awoke to find painful scratches on his chest. The experience left him deeply shaken. This was the undeniable turning point. The phenomena had shifted to openly violent. This was no longer about a spirit needing help. This was an attack. The roommates realized they were dealing with something evil. The doll was not just haunted. It was a conduit for a force that wished them harm. They needed professional help. Section 5. The Warrens intervene, unmasking the demonic. Feeling overwhelmed and terrified, Donna decided to seek advice. She first contacted an Episcopal priest, Father Hagen.
Father Hagen listened to their story with growing concern. He recognized the gravity of the situation and sensed that it might be beyond his pastoral experience.
So he made a crucial decision. He reached out to his superiors, who then contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators and demonologists.
When Ed and I arrived at the apartment, we were no strangers to such disturbing cases. We began our investigation methodically, interviewing Donna, Angie, and a still traumatized Lou.
We listened intently to the accounts of the doll's movements, the mysterious notes, and the physical attacks.
As a clairvoyant, I immediately sensed a dark presence. Ed, being a demonologist, began to assess the nature of the entity.
The doll itself sat there, an innocuous object radiating a palpable sense of cold. Their initial findings were startling.
We quickly dismissed the idea that the doll was possessed by the spirit of a young girl.
We recognized this as a common tactic of deception used by darker, non-human entities to gain sympathy and access.
Section 6, Mayhem in the Big Easy, Annabelle and the New Orleans incidents. Fast forward decades later to the tense days of May 2025. Annabelle, now a legendary artifact of the occult, was part of the Devils on the Run tour. She was scheduled for an appearance in New Orleans, a city with its own rich history of voodoo spirits and the unexplained.
It was here that the rumors of her disappearance ignited, sending shockwaves through the paranormal community and beyond. The thought of Annabelle loose in New Orleans was a potent cocktail of fear. Almost immediately after the rumored disappearance, post-May 14th, a series of alarming incidents struck New Orleans.
10 inmates managed to escape from the Orleans Justice Center, a significant security breach. Then a mysterious fire erupted at the historic Nottoway plantation. The cause of the blaze remained unknown.
These events, occurring in such close proximity to Annabelle's supposed vanishing, were quickly linked by many online commentators and horror fans. Was this coincidence or something more? The shadow of the doll loomed large. The truth about Annabelle's escape. Rumors of Annabelle's escape spread quickly. Digital whispers became a roar. Panic and thrill ensued. Where was Annabelle? Was she truly untethered? Silence fueled the fire. The world watched. The narrative was irresistible. Dan Rivera debunked the rumors. Annabelle was secure. The truth was revealed. The legend endures. Section 8. The Enduring Artifact. Annabelle's Future Presence. Despite the recent flurry of debunked rumors, Annabelle remains securely housed. She resides within her specially constructed glass case located in the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. This museum is home to countless artifacts, each with its own dark history, but Annabelle is undoubtedly one of its most infamous residents. She is kept behind glass that has been blessed, a measure taken to contain the entity associated with her. Her quiet stillness belies the terror she represents. Even contained, Annabelle continues to make carefully managed public appearances. She is scheduled to be featured at an upcoming event, the 2025 Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. This will take place in Rock Island, Illinois on October 4th, 2025. Such appearances are conducted under strict protocols, ensuring both public safety and the security of the artifact. The fascination with seeing her, even behind glass, is immense, a testament to her chilling story and the primal urge to confront the unknown. The cinematic world also continues to draw from her terrifying tale. The Annabelle films are a successful spin-off from the larger Conjuring universe. Section 9. The Unholy Allure. Why Annabelle continues to haunt our imaginations. Annabelle's chilling reputation is well-earned and widely recognized. According to the U.S. Ghost Adventures website, She is ranked as the second most infamous haunted doll in the world, surpassed only by Robert the Doll. This high ranking is a stark testament to the depth of fear and fascination she inspires. Her story is not merely a local legend, it is a global phenomenon in the realm of paranormal lore. Her name is synonymous with demonic activity and the terror of an inanimate object turned malevolent. The enduring fascination with Annabelle taps into deep-seated human fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of evil in unexpected guises. The concept of an ordinary child's toy, a symbol of innocence, becoming a conduit for something demonic is profoundly disturbing. It violates our sense of safety and order. This juxtaposition of innocence and pure evil is a powerful element in her terrifying allure. We are drawn to what scares us, especially when it seems to defy rational explanation. The involvement of Ed and Lorraine Warren is crucial to Annabelle's story. Their investigation lent credibility to the terrifying claims.